Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, game one of this OG versus Viking. Fogs, we have a last pick. A few waves, Seb also taking a good lead again. Shadow getting the setup here onto Celery with the shockwave. Kezu will actually end up getting the first blood on top, as they don't have enough damage to kill Celery off bottom. So Kezu finding No Tail slightly out of position, and of course, as expected, tips coming out already. We're going to see some pretty top-tier tipping game coming out from both sides in the series. Bottom lane, another attempt. This time they'll be able to get the grab on the bigger one. They get Shad, Seb with a shockwave skewer back. And might be able to set up onto Thompson himself.
Yep.
Coming in on the mid, Thompson rather low. And he'll drop the magnetize, try to look for the rollout with the Patriot assaults there from Aramis. Thompson up with the high ground, pops the stick charges. He's not getting away though. Aramis having enough damage and control to bring down the Earth Spirit. A very important gank to be made there. Same time over in the jungle, definitely quite important to consider how much sort of the trio really needs to achieve now. Aramis, Celery, and Boom. These three, they've got to be looking for the setups for the kills. Boom making his way up top. He's ready for the setup. It's a beautiful angle here with Tornado AFP down onto the two of them. They take down No Tail, Samana out of mana. Boom with a beautiful rotation up top, lines it up perfectly. Thompson sees an opportunity to dive in and set up for this. Already starting here with Shockwave into Light Strike Array. RP drop down as well. It's the carry. They'll throw everything down onto Shad. Shad, he's got nothing to offer in return. He'll get a few spins and a call off. He'll still end up going down here to the aggression of OG. Same time up top. Sumail also receiving a similar bit of aggression from Vikings. They've got a huge combo to blow up any member of OG really if they can land that hook and Ice Blast.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Kezu starting to bully the support, Saksa.
Cracking shot there from Celery.
And Shad's still just farming ancient, so he's fine. He's still getting like well and truly enabled here. Celery, he's gonna be the one who's found, but I think that's just fine. That's your 5.
Reduced to your
True Shad, yeah. Space is certainly being made for it. Yep, he's getting on track with Vanguard into Manta. He needs time, he's getting it. Kezu starting to take good control. They're going to get the lead in, look towards Boom. Off the mark. Light Strike Array from Saxon comes crashing down onto the Invoker. Boom still trying his best to get out of there. He's actually going to be able to break away from it all. Aramis is in with the Battery Assault. Stops Thompson from being able to pull up with any further rolling boulders. They'll turn towards Aramis instead. But Aramis going down is given time and space for Boom to get away from the rest. The full 5-man here now of OG that's looking to bring the action.
Thompson's in again anyway.
Celery. Get the blast down though. Thompson trying to roll away. Now they put the control there with the call. Still, OG there over the outnumbered Vikings. Thompson, he's diving in further. Nibbling strong and empowered hit from the back up No Tail with a false promise. Another roll away. OG now deciding to start backing up as the respawn started coming to play, but Thompson took too much damage through the false promise. He ends up going down anyway. Now Kezu, he's in with the spiders. He's blocking off the escape. Saxa struggling to get himself around the spiderlings, and he can't escape. Shad closes in with the dog. He's got the cool control on the Sumail. Shad, he's going to be able to have another dunk in a second. There it is. Double kill for Shad. No Tail caught in the cogs. Viking. They're having none of this aggression from OG as they hit back way harder than OG was coming in with themselves. You know, diving towards this tier 2.
Gonna be just in a pretty damn good spot this game to control map. And they do scale very hard. Sure, this Earth Spirit has been
Aramis, he's going to be able to find the angle onto Seb. Seb, he can't get back onto his side of the map in time.
Or trying to protect him, trying to just stay in a good position and stay protected, because he's versus Clockwork Rocket to scout him, Spiders swooping in from the back line too, so it's difficult. OG, they've got a timing. BKB done on Thompson, it's a big one.
Ready to go in. Looking for Aramis. Aramis is going to be able to hop over towards No Tail. The Ice Blast comes crashing in onto Sumail and Seb. Aramis continuing to run down No Tail. Kezu coming over the back, pops the pipe. He's keeping Aramis alive. Sumail trying to turn to bring down the clock. Will finally manage to do so. They're going to catch on to Kezu as well with the Light Strike Array lining up the rolling boulder from Thompson.
This where OG's looking at being like, okay, well, we've got things to deal with. We've got late game too.
About the Brood, he's able to find him. Straight in with the rolling boulder. Tornado comes out to try and hold them back, but it'll only clip onto Sumail. Kezu goes down. OG ready to charge in for the next target. Thompson on the hunt. Right, able to get the slow onto Aramis. Aramis, fancy footwork, doing his best to dodge. With a hook shot onto the entrance. Aramis may just make it out of there. Holds it in time, pushes back Seb up, jumping, but they still are able to find the grab. Thompson in with another roll. They'll catch the clock, take him out.
Fancy footwork. Almost gets himself out, but
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Does have enough damage with himself, but yeah, feels like enough to see far behind his step. gets
They're
caught.
going to get a grab on him. They'll drop the Cataclysm, make sure they burst the Magnus before any sort of response comes out from OG. And a quick kill on the Mag like that, Seb off the map for a minute. That'll give Viking the confidence to head straight into the Roshan.
Gonna die quick too. That's pure damage, no joke. Alacrity as well, thrown on top. Thompson has hard finish, they're in the area.
Do anything to interrupt this though.
Got it work.
Already falling pretty low. They're going to try and burst center up to the sides. There's going to be a buyback coming out from Seb. Vikings standing step outside of the pit. Thompson coming in with the BKB over on the side of Shad. He's caught the backlines. He's found Saxa. Saxa gets taken out. Boom. Attempting to get away with the go forward. Thompson. He's able to find him with the dust. Definitely blast from Boom. Pushing back Thompson. They're looking back towards the Roche. Shad. He's trying to finish this. Focusing it down. No one else is in the pit. Shad. He's going to be able to get in. Finish Roche. Grab that Aegis. Off the side. He's in with the jump. The call off the mark though. Won't be able to grab Samael or No Tail as the two of them split. Samael though. Falling low to power this Ice Blast. The false promise comes out. Shad. He's holding his ground here with the BKB. Steps back over towards No Tail. No Tail. He's providing the heals over towards Samael, but the double through Shad comes down onto No Tail. Jump off from Shad, chasing onto Samael. Seb will push back Shad with the skewer. The blast in from Kezu not enough to finish Samael off, but Samael will live. The second buyback though coming out from OG around this fight. Thompson still full HP on the high ground. Alice and Shad. Mana has enough just for a call. Cold feet. Seb's coming over. Thompson very tanky. Tries to roll away. Kezu will be able to block him off. He's still sitting here with his 3600 HP. They can't kill this Earth Spirit. They've got to bail. They've got to back off, especially now with the rest of OG coming back into play, chasing them down. Vikings play heavily on the retreat. Thompson, he wants to try and catch someone in onto Aramis. Aramis has the glimmer. Once this control from Sax, and Light Strike comes crashing down along with the dust. They'll take down Aramis.
Radiant's middle tower.
Gonna start scouting with the spiders.
Either Shadow Aramis cooking the setup here. Jack. They'll look towards the map. Down here. Over by the creep wave. Ice Blast in. They can't save him. But the hook shot from Aramis comes down the back line. Catches Seb. Catching No Tail. Pushes No Tail down into the river with the cogs. They've taken out two of OG and there's no buybacks available on these two. So the rest of OG, they're going to have to take this fight 3 versus 5. They get the full control onto Thompson. Thompson, he's trying to roll away, but Aramis is in with the body block. So third death on OG as Seb and Saxa, they have to split. Boom's going to continue to hunt down the Lina. Saxa will put the dust to try and slow down Boom. Turns with the Light Strike, will catch on to Boom. The movement speed, is it going to be enough here from Saxa? Does have the TP available, he's into the trees, he will manage to make it away.
But when you have an axe like this, the damage is just so ridiculous.
He's going to double back in, get the call up onto Thompson. He's in with the kick, breaks Seb away from the Cataclysm combo. They're going to throw down into the RP, they've caught Shad. Shad actually get out of this. Samael comes in from the side, will get the stun down. They've worked Shad. They are going to see round 2 coming in from Shad. Aramis, he wants to be a part of it. Buys back, ready to head straight back over to help out his axe. So I think he's tried to. The stun control's there. They've got nothing to break Shad out of the combo. Jump forward from Seb. He's also able to get the grab onto Cello. He skewers him straight back into the heart of OG. The space available for Samael to do his job. This Lash is going to kick out a lot of damage over these sustained brawls that Vikings trying to be a part of against OG.
Yeah, these long fights could be pretty difficult for Vikings for sure. With Bloodstone, with the Shroud, there's so much extra healing that Samael does have. Blink too, extra survivability if you want, Lost Promise. Spider Legs too to, scurry around the fight. Now these stuns layered. Difficult for Vikings to really set up for the road round.
Yeah, there's no Shad, no defense potential there at all. As the melee Rex gets taken out. He can catch Thompson. Once he comes in with the attempt of the tree, still got the BKBs ready. Apart from the fact they're ready to turn. Shad tries to get him with the call. He's not going to be able to get the grab somehow. He's able to get himself out of the Cataclysm combo. They brought down No Tail. Thompson just diving even deeper. He's going to TP out with the remainder of the BKB. As OG will look to back off. They got the objective. They got what they came for. They don't want to lose anything more than No Tail. By the looks of it, Samael up to the cliff and with the TP out, they won't lose anyone else indeed. Sax also able to make it out in the lane. Objective taken, only an Oracle's life to cost for it there. It's one of OG's cores or both of the support backliners to start the fight.
Absolutely. And yeah, OG, they look like they're ready to go for this push again. Thompson's already in the mid lane. They have Seb dealing with the bottom. This is 35 minutes, so we'll see this add up for what coming in. They're going to kill Greg.
Can do it. Thompson ready to put the BKB. He's ready to try and get in on this. Rolls in onto Shad, taking a heavy damage underneath the tower. He's in with a hook shot, pushing back with the cogs as well. He's caught in the Cataclysm. He's taking heavy damage after his false promise. He's going to fall pretty low, Thompson. No Tail trying to offer up enough heals to keep Thompson safe, but he cannot do so. Thompson dying underneath the tier 3s, and Shad, he's ready to turn this in a ball. Gets the jump in on the Sax. The call's there onto the leader. Kezu, he's looking to charge down, hex down onto Seb, as Seb will skewer away as this little piggy tries to run up the high ground. He actually makes it out with a blink. Seb skew off just in time before the hex came into play. As Seb's able to fly his way out of there.
For the side of OG would be really big, but they actually get on Viking, which is huge also for the Invoker.
Juicy tier 4s here. Telescope, you know, never going to complain about finding a telescope.
OG's on the hunt. No RP at the ready, but they know BKB still on cooldown for Viking.
More Celery. On the side, Shad actually for the counterplay. They get the Hexen onto Seb, but the Lotus was there as well. Blow up the AA. Celery not able to get back underneath his tower.
Under attack.
He gets like 2-shotted by the Earth Spirit. 500 damage Earth Spirit.
They're looking for Aramis as well. They found their second support. It's Aramis. Gonna be applied back to Celery. Aramis turns straight away with the hookshot in onto No Jump. They've got him. They've blown up the Oracle. Now they'll turn towards Thompson, but Thompson with the BKB is ready to push into rolling boulder straight past Aramis though. Aramis will still fall to the damage output of Sumail. Shad trying to run back Saxa and Seb. Thompson is out with the roll. They've got nothing else to catch him, but Saxa keeping the hits and onto Shad, stopping his ability from being able to blink in and get the catch off. Boom over towards the mid. He's running down Sumail with the Cold Snap and the Spirit Vessel. Sumail backups coming in. Seb charging forward. He uses the force stuff to try and get Sumail back to safety. The spy legs are there. Shad pulls off the mark. Won't catch the two of them. Cold Snap down to Sumail. Now Shad, he's being controlled. We'll put the man to trying to get away, but Seb's back in with the Stewart. Stewart onto Shad. Shad will fall. The axe down. 3 dead on Viking. Thompson catch onto Kezu in with the Rolling Thunder. Straight over. Kezu turns with the Hex onto Saxa to stop any follow-up light strike wave from coming out straight away. It doesn't matter though. Saxa has the time still to turn. Kezu getting completely controlled here. Another slow from the boulder of Thompson in with a stun. Landing everything here against the spider, leaving Kezu no chance to break away from the control of Thompson and Saxa. 4 dead on Viking.
That was a crazy fight. There was like 2 different fights going on during the entirety of it. Shad's chasing Seb the whole time while Thompson's zoning 3 heroes at the Earth Spirit. And that's with OG losing no tail right at the start of the fight. And they still can't deal with Thompson. 5,130 HP Earth Spirit. Zoning away 3 heroes with the Lesh. That was a huge fight from OG.
Yeah, especially, you know, with the way that, yeah, as you say, Viking, they did sort of make the big, well, what could potentially have been a big brain move to turn that initial hookshot from Aramis, pretty much finding it onto Notel through the entire squad of OG, blowing up the Oracle. It just didn't quite matter this time round. Viking not having the...
Yeah, he's going in.
See what they got on the high ground here, Viking. Setting things up. Look at Shad and Aramis. Already trying to get him from the side. Looking for an angle on the backlines. Aramis, he's in it. He's been able to find Notel. Straight in onto the Oracle. Notel. He's trying to protect himself with the Ice Blast of crashing and he gets taken out. Over to the side, Shad. They're protecting him for now with the Glimmer Cape. Stewart over to the side. They got double locked down for the axe. They don't. Shad's able to put the BKB. Heading up the high ground. He's got the core control onto Thompson. Caught underneath the tower. Light track away from Saxa. Holds back the 2 of them. But Boom now with the BKB out. Chasing towards Thompson. Jump forward from Shad. He's in with the dog. They're taking out the Earth Spirit. OG's push will be put to a stop.
Clockwork rocketing side lanes, scouting out. OG, they'll show themselves down bottom.
Radiant's courier
get the push
has
going
been
again.
killed. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Dies
the tier
fast.
3's up, G.
They gotta get back quick, Viking.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What Shad can do from the side. Stepping up, he's going to the ground, he's been able to catch the 2 on the back line, he's found Seb and Saxa. Through him with a hook shot as well on the Seb, pushing him back the course into the second round of Cataclysm. Seb doesn't get away with the Stewart, but the damage is done. Seb's out for 2 minutes. Thompson, BKB has come to an end. Aramis committing with his own BKB, the Cell Stone into the slide away. Thompson will break his way out of any further combo. In fact, Thompson's ready to go back in. Thompson will look to finish off the range track. Just a bit careful with no BKB. Jump forward, the Hex is out onto Aramis. Sumail, he's in with the damage. Tornado holds out, onto the 2 of them. Aramis still somehow alive. Will get the cogs off. Aramis has died, but he's been able to trap Sumail and Thompson. Thompson rolls out to the side. Cold Feet kicks in. Sumail's been taken out. Thompson, another roll to get onto the side. Aramis not quite able to get the angle there with the hook shot. He's still trying to run away. Shad, he's going to blink up in a few seconds. But with the rolling thunder, Thompson will be able to continue to get out of there. They find Notel onto the side. Tornado in from Boom. They caught the Oracle as Notel is down for 100. Both him and Seb without the ability to buy back. As Viking only having to utilize the buyback of Aramis to hold OG off. OG will be pushed back. They're not able to claim anything from the mid set of racks. And now a bit of a window where Viking, they could punch back pretty hard and take objectives from OG already top. Boom, he's looking for the setup onto Thompson. He's been able to sneak over into the jungle. He's found Thompson. And with the outpost under their control, Aramis gets up with the TP, hookshot is up, but the stone form lasts just long enough from Topson to avoid the connection of the hookshot. Topson, he'll only just, but he will manage to get himself away.
Viking got like so much out of it. They got top racks, they got a huge fight in the mid lane, they only lost, what, a range racks, I believe, out of all of it too, so
yep.
Yeah, massive, absolutely
range
massive
racks and a clockwork buyback, so very small things being offered by Viking to be able to take that against OG Topson. It's in on the mid, he's been caught out by the call. We'll get the BKB up in time, but the first Cataclysm comes crashing in. Hookshot off the mark there, can't quite get past Shad to get the control onto Topson, so Topson will be able to still step back underneath the tower. Turn with the silent Shad, Eon Disc will proc. But back up for now, 10 seconds until Seb's back in, about 10 as well until Samel's back in the game. Samel really not wanting to have to use his buyback, of course, in these last few seconds that he is off the map. If Viking can force the racks in time over to the side Shad, he gets the grab on Saxa. Saxa standing a little too close over to the mid. Seb, he's in with the RP, onto the two of them, he's able to push back Aramis underneath the tower as well as Ketu, but there's no follow-up onto both of them. Buyback comes out from Saxa, another skewer, again from Seb, scooping up the two of them. Aramis will die underneath the tier 4's Ketu, trying to break away with the help of the waves, but the light strike comes crashing down from Saxa. Ketu will fall. OG themselves this time round, just one support buyback will hold back Viking. Viking not quite able to get the melee racks in the mid lane.
Because they could just lose, they could get megged right here. That's the scary thing about this Earth Spirit plus this Flash Strike. It's 50 seconds, that's more than enough time.
The troops get too close. Not going to be any backdoor protection here for Vikings. Topson. Tier 3's gone. Onto the racks here. Welcome the three of them offer up Viking. Topson. The roll is going to be able to use the third form here to kick him back deep into the hands of the rest of OG. Shad still able to get the BKB off in time. BKB and walk off to the side. They'll put the fortification. Still 30 seconds until Vikings got the full squad left alive. Boom. The AoE deafening blast. Going down the push here from Topson a little bit. Not enough. The range rack still goes down. Topson over towards the melee racks. So with just the three hard to put them back. Samel, he's in aggressive with a hex onto Boom. Topson rolls forward as well, but Boom's out to get the BKB off. The Cataclysm comes out, but there's no setup as Celery dies underneath the tower. He does have a buyback available. Topson looks for the rolling onto Boom, but Boom will be able to juke it out to the side set. Dropping the RP for the Eon Disc from Chapman. Moves the stun immediately. He's got the damage control onto Samel. Samel, he's going to have the buyback, but Saxon's down. No buyback on him. Topson, BKB committed as he tries to stay on top of Ketu and Celery, but Shad, it's another. It's triple kill. It's done what he said. It's another ultra kill. It's Topson, the last man left alive. He'll turn into a stone, he'll turn into a statue. Maybe they don't see me if I'm not there, but they do. They see him. The hex is down. Rampage for Shad. Up the mid lane.
Noto is quite far away from his team still. He's pinging himself. He's a guys, I'm not there yet. Be a little careful, I'm coming.
Topson rolling in. Gonna make it away, he's chancing himself.
Dying.
I mean, they're going for this Roach pretty much with the full lineup of OG alive. Viking feeling that strong about their ability to take objectives out to the side of the pit on the core. Aramis. They're in with the jump. Aramis, he's out. That's the gem hitting the decks. Aramis gone for 90 seconds, but the time is brought there for Viking to finish off the Roshan. And now they'll look to try and get themselves out of it. Topson in with the chase over towards Celery, but they'll turn. Boom with the two-man tornado. The RP from Seth comes down on the Boom, but Boom again getting the BKB off in time. Topson rolls over towards Celery, has the damage to take down the AA. The AA is gone. Boom pushing about with the deafening blast. He's up for the high ground. Cataclysm coming down as OG starting to get split. They look towards Shad, but Shad blinks out just in time. Topson still trying to chase in onto the axe. Shad, he's got enough movement speed here with the boost to travel to get out of there. He has it. Topson in with another roll. They'll catch the axe. They'll bring down Shad for once. But the Aegis ready for round two. No BKB. Eon Disc up in a second. Shad got any way out of this. The hex comes out. Shad trying to run, but there's no help coming in for him. Shad will be left to die alone. Making sure that the backdoor protection does not get close to be taken out with any of the lanes approaching the base. Ketu. Jump in, there's a hex on Ketu. He needs help, but he's in now. Shad over the call, he's able to get the call on the boat. Topson and Samel said, he will be getting with the RP, but the hex comes out. Ketu's out. Buyback immediately from the Spider. Aramis in with a hook shot on Samel, but Samel's in with the BKB, starting to back off the Cataclysm. It goes crashing down on the Seb. Seb caught between the two Sunstrikes. As Seb's gone, Shad, another great call. Catches Samel, even catches Topson here on the attempted rollout. Topson still able to break away with a further rolling thunder. Shad running him down. Topson goes for the TP. Is there anything to cancel it? There isn't. Topson makes it out in time, but it's 3 dead on OG. Samel and Seb, no buyback available. Both of their buybacks on cooldown for at least 3 minutes. A huge window now where Viking, they may just be able to take something big here away from OG.
Looked scary for a second for Kezu. He dies, but it ends up being well worth it. They get the comeback step. It's caught by the Cataclysm again. It's awesome.
Shad He's in with a fake back. Jumps back in straight away on the Saxon. Thompson force bombs comes out to Saxon. Hotel trying to keep his leaner alive. In charm Remnant and a self kick off to the side. Thompson, he's moving to get back up to the high ground, but the Hex is there. Shad, he's closing the gap. Another call. Shad will grab it, but again the Thunder with us in time. He's able to roll away with the rolling boulder. As Thompson will live, but now 3 dead. No buybacks for OG. As Viking, they're looking ready to close it up, or at least try to. Thompson and Hotel, they've got to force something insane here to hold back the full 5-mana Viking. I don't know if they can do it though. Hex out onto Notel. Viking run down the Oracle. Notel's out of the game. Thompson, the last man left alive, but not for long. As Viking get the team wipe. GG is called as Viking will take this game 1 box.
Damn. What a good game. I'm looking for both sides. The OG, a couple of overextensions really hurt. Because it didn't feel like it was anybody's game, just the back and forth fights. But OG with like 2 or 3 over.
Another brawl back and forth, most likely, which is what everybody wants to see anyway.
I definitely want to see that.
So that's where Boom could get caught off guard.
Hold up. Well, this might just be the first blood. 7 Saxa. Be able to find it. Celery caught out and stun, holding him inside the acid spray. The punch is coming hard.
In between, okay. Maybe waiting for his level 6. But I was going to say it's so good on Dire because you can pull those 2 camps that we're seeing top and talk about it afterwards.
I've caught him here. Aramis able to close the gap. Set up with the Dragon Tail and have a core out.
Absolutely.
So some quantity stacks.
Here comes the tops in rotation.
Core drop down onto Boom. Looks to break the coil and with the remainder of the hate string. Boom's going to be finding front. The Dragon Tail stun. They're able to turn and pull off Thompson. Thompson getting taken out there as Viking. They're looking to try and set up for more Boom. Heading over towards Samel. Stun won't quite catch on to Medusa. Notel being pushed out to the side here by the damage over the side from Kezu. Now pretty low underneath his tower. Boom popping the mangoes, but a little on that HP, so doesn't want to quite get in with the dive underneath the tier 1.
Radiant's bottom
He's not going to
tower
die
is under
instantly in the
attack.
fights, even if they do get a jump on
Dire's
him.
structures
We'll
are
have the chance to
fortified.
react.
And it really is just so early to have it.
It's out.
Dire's middle tower is
Kezu,
under
but
attack.
quite with any. He did have a mango, but not wanting to pop it initially to try and push Kezu back. They dropped the Lagoon onto Notel. Notel, he's actually going to end up going down. Boom has the lead.
Another one.
He's taken down, and after 7 on the set, the Ice Blast coming in as well, Seb. He's got back, but in fact, with the finger of Sax, they're able to blow up Aramis. Seb will end up still going down. Recall will be dropped there, but Viking, they're able to step out straight to the side. Thompson, he's caught by the stun. He punches in from Boom. Still looking to scout up to the high ground here, but Thompson won't jaunt forward aggressively. Chad. Star pretty much done. Considering how game 1 went, I think this is even quicker than game 1.
I think so, yeah.
Just getting that little bit more space and stack preparation for
Notel.
the river. Set up for the coil to come in, but the Ice Bar in return straight down onto Notel. Notel will fall. Boom able to get the Laguna off before he dies to Thompson. Ticked out pretty low into the Battle Hunger, and the damage from the vessel. The Stone Gaze comes out, but Kezu is able to turn over to the side. Good body blocks in for the illusions of Notel. Will stop Kezu from being able to escape. Test for Viking here. Are they going to hit this timing where they can bring a fight to Samel before Samel's prepared for it mid? Catch on to Aramis. Samel joining forces here with the rest of them. Fingers out from Saxa, and that's Aramis down. It's definitely proving to have a bit of a tough time to just find the space to achieve much at all right now. Saxa on the support DK, and now the dive here from Thompson. The coil onto Kezu and Boom. Notel trying to step up. No hook shot, of course, still on. Caught up for 30 seconds, and looks like Notel's going to get baited in a little bit there by Thompson's string coil. Ends up stepping under the tier 1 tower, and Vikings easily dispatch of him. Yeah, he's not necessarily going to fall away after the Ice Blast next to him in the team fight. Talk about team fights kicking off right now over to the mid. He's jumping onto Celery. Over towards Aramis as well. Aramis trying to get away here. The right click from Samel along with the snake. It's enough. 2 quick kills here for OG. And now looking for more. Saxa into the Hex Shads. Trying to cover the counter, but gets the call off to Saxa. And Samel's charging him with the Stone Gaze. Boom having to put the BKB to get out to the side. Thompson jumping in. He's actually going to jump into his death. Boom's out the turn with the right click. Take him out. Shad's still alive. Forcing back Saxa with the Battle Hunger. Saxa trying to hide in the trees. Shad, can he quite find him? Force off to the side. Saxa breaking himself away, but Shad's able to get in with the Battle Hunger again. He's down Saxa.
They're respawning.
He might not be done yet. He's maybe looking for the opportunity to jump for more. He's going to have the blink up in a few seconds. He's not going to chase up to the high ground. Samel and Seb will make it away.
So with the counter helix, so doesn't have anything this
Radiant's
time
middle
around.
tower
As
is
OG?
under attack. Radiant's
Celery.
middle tower
Oh, well, they
has
found the AH. Now hope for the AA here, and in fact, no.
no shot.
Let's try and set up for more boom. Really push back, but BKB's out. No turn. Now they look for the jump from Shad. Getting into control onto No-Tail. Laguna's down. No-Tail will fall. Well, Shad does get the jump on him.
He is gonna hit really hard too. He's not going for the Scotty, but he's going for straight right click mid.
He steps into the trap here. Saxa and Thompson, they're ready and waiting. Hook shot over the full boom. BKB's still on cooldown for 10 seconds. Kezu will get the poison over off. Boom.
Gonna hurt.
Speed in the back of the celery. He's going to turn with the Laguna onto No-Tail. No-Tail getting right back down by Boom. Thompson turns towards here. Saxa. Heavy damage here from the right clicks of Celery. Celery will die here to the turnaround from Samel. Still have to be so careful how close they get to Samel. I say that though, Aramis, he's going to jump in aggressive, but Dragon Tail onto Samel. To get it onto this Medusa Shad. He's looking for the blink capability onto Puck, but won't be able to find him. Thompson's able to phase in time. The ball won't grab it. Samel popping the stone gaze to deter the rest of Viking from pushing the fight any further as OG will
Radiant's
back off.
bottom tower is
Saxa
under
doesn't
attack.
spend the buyback for this.
He's just that much tankier now. Up top.
Top lane, Aramis. Doesn't look like he has many routes of escape. Trapped in the cogs.
His team's
And
coming.
the acid spray. They do have the blast coming in. I mean, Concoction's out is certainly taking their time to bring down Aramis, and with the backup of Boom, they're actually not going to be able to do so. Aramis, this DK support, tanky enough to walk away from the two of them. They don't even really get that close at all to taking him out. Thompson jumps in, all back to the side, does have a Dream Call available. He's going to use it as hold back Shad as OG. They're backing off Samel. He's not quite close enough to get involved in this fight. He's starting to make his way over, but already No-Tail's been taken out. Seb will try and turn and throw Concoction in, but Shad's able to blink straight on top of the Alchemist. They've caught Seb. Seb getting dunked down by Shad. Boom pops the BKB. Thompson having to jump out into the trees. He's having to hide. This is not a fight that OG want to take any sort of part in anymore now, with two heroes already being taken down.
Kezu's gone for a Vanguard instead of... I thought he was going to go for Halberd this game because he's versus Medusa, but he's going for Crimson Guard rather than Halberd. It's been interesting.
Oh, Samel with the blink. Ready to start off the action straight around, and Kezu there able to burst in with the finger. Kezu's gone. Quick jump up to the high ground. Catches Kezu off guard.
That should be enough for the Roche. I don't think they can contest without the Veno.
Mr. Big Shad not having any interest in charging over and looking for any crazy players. Yeah, for him as the position one, he can't take those risks. We'll just continue to try and keep the waves pushed out with the illusions. That will give OG a chance to claim that Roche. Aegis picked up by Thompson.
Discipline, I think, is something that OG needed to get a little bit better on, so I think this is a much better approach this time. Just farm the map. You've got the late game scaling this time for sure. Now he's switching to Halberd, trying to find solutions for this Medusa.
Charging in.
He gets hexed.
OG fully aware of the angle that Shad's approaching from. Now Seb's going to look for the jump back in with a concoction. Shad's still the BKB in another blink up. Shad can still close the gap. He's going to get it on to Seb. Samel in with the backup. BKB comes out from Boom with a hook shot. South well as the damage from Samel. Boom's trying to step back, but the right click from Samel is too much. If Boom gets taken down, Dream Coil controls Shad. Samel will be able to clean up the two of them.
Those are huge kills. 70 seconds no Lina, 80 seconds no Axe. That's very likely a set unless they are just going to have to buy back. No, absolutely not. I mean, Invoker has like the infinite kind of scale potential. Sure, Lina does if you're snowballing the game, if you're getting like this really good kills and getting yourself these items accrued and you're level 25 at this point, but yeah, it's not going to be the case. And also, it's just like, Shad is an Axe versus Lion, so he can't get as farmed as he was last game. Like, your Axe illusions just die. They get sent and they just get hexed and mana drained and they're gone. It's just Viking. You have to farm your neutrals to try to get those tier 4s, but you also have to constantly be scouting the Roche pit. As the Hex bottom, it's not.
Yep, they've got the setup. Shad, you're going to be able to get out in time. OG bringing everybody in here to try and take down this Axe. They've got the coil control. Hook shot in as well from No-Tail. Shad taken out. The last time from OG to jump up to this high ground. Did well. Got the action of Shad. Samel away to break him out of the combine. It will do so. Gets the stone gates off Samel. He's ready to turn. Aramis, he's going to be taken down low. They are stunning Samel up. Dragon Tail as well. The Celtics reducing the potential for Samel to get the damage done. But still, Celery will fall. Seb is able to run down Shad to the side. The stun follow-up there from Saxon. They keep the Axe locked down. Shad will get the call off, but Samel's able to get him with the damage. There's 3 dead on Viking. even with their best efforts there to control Samael, it isn't nearly enough. They cannot control or deal with this Medusa anywhere close to as long as they need to stop Samael in his tracks. So Samael, he's going to continue to charge on straight down mid. The victory is straight in his sights now.
Yeah, they kind of did like 0 damage to him on. They took out his mana pool, but that's pretty much it. And everybody from OG still alive. Perfect connection to spells. Yeah, it's time to clean this one up. 80 seconds, no X.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
TI10s being taken out. They've got a fortification, but no shot.
Radiant's bottom tower
Having to do this without their strongest member, as we've seen in the action, isn't even really that strong at all this game. Maybe 18 to 18 the kills, even but 33k lead. Samael just being able to rack up an insane amount of farm. The point where he is just this monster of a Medusa that Viking have no answer to whatsoever. Into the base, mega creeps are taken in by OG. Traps there on the Kezu. No-Tel hooks on over towards Aramis. Samael just ready to pad up the KDS. The game will come to an end. GG is called. OG with a very much safer approach here to this game too. They look pretty unstoppable with this execution. The strategy much cleaner and built around a Samael Medusa. Thank you very much, Chief. Yeah, this is all very important. Game of 3 now between OG and Viking. Fog, what do we make of it? Sort of the panel touch to Palm Viking. They've got the big old Spectre ready for the late game.
Really nice, actually.
Same-wise, this game, Samael definitely off to a bit of a slower start. Kezu and Aramis. Haven't actually hit the setup onto No-Tel, straight over towards the back lines. They find themselves the kill. Kezu burning down No-Tel for the first blood. Samael trying to take Aramis out. Return Aramis is going to have to stun back up. And Samael, he will get the kill. Has got a Fairy Fire.
Being thrown down from Seb.
On top, No-Tel.
No-Tel again.
Not a whole lot he can do apart from maybe look for a deny to the creeps, and he will get it.
That's now Celery.
He's going to be able to get himself a freebie. Catching Celery in the river. Thompson's able to swing back in. It's going to rely on Viking being able to stay on top of the Drow. Samael, he's got the best save in the game. He's going to have No-Tel behind him. No-Tel's hit the 6. It's not easy to get on top of Samael's Drow. No-Tel is going to be able to do a solid job of saving him. As you mentioned at the start, there isn't a hero like that Clockwork that was so crucial for Viking in terms of catching No-Tel in game 1. Mid lane, look at the setup onto Aramis. They're going to come up the wall, look towards Saxa. Saxa caught in the river, but the false promise comes out. Saxa will live a little longer. He's going to look for TP back to the base. He's back into the fountain. Shad's going to end up getting taken down as OG just kite him up. Samael stands on the high ground, take him out. 3 heroes dead.
Even though it didn't work this last time, I think you have to smoke, try to get on No-Tel with this blink on Kezu, and then go for the rest of the targets. And Celery just... Is that... No-Tel?
I guess it's the survival. All right, well, that's a free one.
He was on the enemy high. He was in the trees in the enemy.
All right.
He just last hit a range creep and then just got jumped. That's Kezu, though.
He's ready with the buyback. He's going to come with the buyback. They've got the concoction down on Kezu. It certainly looks to be it. The gust comes out onto Aramis. Sep going to actually have the damage there to finish off the Lion. So, they won't grant many instant kills. Thompson does still manage to sweep him from the side. They will get Aramis. Thompson, he's even looking to dive in for more. He's got the link in onto Celery. It will back off with the fortification pop. The damage from the tower starting to kick in. Thompson steps away. Not looking to make the mistakes that were made in the first game of the series.
That was the DK form and the Exorcism top though, and they can't touch the tower again. And straight into the Roche pit OG. Now there's no ults, they only have a haunt available. There's no way Viking can fight this again.
Yeah, I guess that was the plan from No-Tel all along.
He'll tell you that. I mean, I think he just walked up and tried to last hit a range creep with Purifying Flames and got caught, but it ends up working out for them.
Aegis on Samael. See how carefully they keep themselves hidden. Seb, he's ready to charge in. He's in, jump forwards, look towards Aramis. They are able to take the stun off, so Seb won't be able to throw out the concoction. Are still able to catch Aramis within the AoE though, as Aramis will try his best to hide into the trees. Kezu's going to look for the TP out. Is he able to get out in time? He is. Not quite enough damage to bring down Kezu, as Kezu will escape. Aramis, on the other hand, will not. They take down the Lion.
They're kind of splitting up though a bit on OG. I do feel like Viking could punish a little bit when they do see like everyone on the map. They just saw 3 heroes showing, but let's see if they can.
They can do it. And with the finger, but the false promise comes out. Thompson is going to be able to get out to the side. Seb's heading over as well. Notail actually going to be able to be saved here, but it does come out to Shad. And then ready to turn. Thompson Feelers back up to full HP. They've controlled Boom. The DP is gone.
Trying to punish him.
And they smoke up there, but a little bit of an unfortunate reveal as Aramis does make a hex move onto the illusion of Samael. So she's going to be pretty much aware that the Vikings looking for action. Maybe aware enough of Samael. He's putting the pass. You still get him with the Dragon Tail stun. See if there's going to be any back in time. Samael, there isn't. They get on top of the crowd. They bring it down. See if they can get more out of this. They turn over towards Thompson. Thompson just frontlining it, but the damage is too high. He charges straight back in. And just like that, Vikings against a 20k gold lead of OG.
And maybe not showing like 3 different lanes when the ultis are up. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like the Viking cooldowns are pretty long, so as long as you're not split up on that timing when they're all up, you should be pretty okay on OG. It's only if you get caught out when everything is up. They quickly eviscerate a Roche. That's going to be the Berserk Potion, I believe, for the Alchemist, and also the Shard taken for the Shard.
They're ready to get themselves back in action. Celery forward time still on cooldown. The Abaddon gone. See how much you want to push the aggression now that they have the rewards of Roshan. Mel come barreling straight down the mid lane. They want to try and approach the high ground.
It's definitely time to approach high ground. Ult's still on cooldown for a slight moment. I think 20 seconds. Have the Ags as well on this Razor, so he can pop out that ulti as soon as his tower goes down to go for the Raxes if he'd like to. And Seb is always sitting behind with that Berserk Potion. So 2 different forms of save now on the side of OG. Massive wraparound. Look at Viking right now.
Was these sort of moves that did hit the hardest in game 1.
They're pinging Notail. They know his positioning, even though he's shadow emuing.
See what they can do. They come up with the whole look towards him straight away. They're going to jump in over towards Notail. Notail is going to be able to be pushed over to the side. Notail will survive here, but they have brought down Samael. But watch, they'll try and sit around him. Boom. Coming in with the BKBs. Got the siphons as well, healing himself back up. Notail with the self-force promise will live a little longer. The buyback coming out as Aramis. He's able to lead in onto Samael with the stun. Shad getting beat down hard here by Saxa though. Shad has to retreat up to the high ground. Samael's able to turn, take out Aramis. The light strike away from Saxa catches the 2 of them. 4 dead on Viking. There's 3 of them without buyback. OG, they can push on, start to do the damage to the base. They should and can look to close this. Onto the tier 4s. Viking without the buybacks. Very little to be done about this. As they tried their best to hit back whilst they were as far behind as they were, it just didn't come close to mattering whatsoever as OG able to still finish them off here at the fast timing of 27 minutes. Low kills but high farm and a very high lead here for OG. 32k lead they end it with. As with that, the series is theirs. OG, they'll be taking this best of 3, 2-1.